Okay, these are all like made up words, but the point is that it doesn't matter. This is really a dimensional analysis question. And so I'm going to show you a technique for dimensional analysis that's basically converting from units to different one unit to another that will work all the time. Um, it's a beautiful method, and it's really simple. So in order to do this method, though, we have to know what we're looking for. And it looks like you were supposed to do this with a team, but it says determine how many Jabberwocks there are if you have 5 Frumious Bandersnatches. So we're trying to find Jabberwocks. So I'm going to try and list all the different units here because it's a little bit crazy. So we have Tum Tum. And I'm going to just call these TM. I think that'll be the easiest. Because it's easiest to use like little abbreviations. There's also Tolgi Wood. I'm going to call this TW. And there's what does this say? A Frumious Bandersnatch. Okay, a Frumious Bandersnatch. Okay, I'm going to call that FB. There's Slithy Toes. Oh my goodness. These things are so ridiculous. That's ST. And there's Borogroves. I'm going to just use B for that. There are Wraths. I'll just use R. Okay, and there's a Jabberwock. Which I will just use J. And there's Jub Birds. So Jub Birds. So I'm gonna call those I'll call those JB for Jub or Jub Birds. And there's a Slithy Tove. Oh, hold on, nope. Tum Tum Trees. Oh yeah, I already got that one. So I'm just reading through all this. Tum Tum Trees. There are 200 more Wraths in each Borogrove. I got that. There are 5 Jub Birds per Slithy Tove. I already got Slithy Tove. So here's all my different units. A little ridiculous, a little bit made up, but that's okay. Okay, I'm going to kind of squeeze these off into the side here. But now we got all these things. So to do this system correctly, what you need is just kind of always have to ask yourself, what do I want to end up with? And this thing says you want to end up with Jabberwocks, okay? So whatever you want to end up with, you're going to start with Jabberwocks. And so Jabberwocks, we said, are just J's. And so I'm going to start with J's. I'll put this line down like this. And I'm going to separate it. You'll kind of see how this works in a second. So the first thing I'm going to ask is what do I know about Jabberwocks? What do I know about Jabberwocks? So if I read up here, it says, where's Jabberwocks? There are 2 more Wraths per Jabberwock. So for every 1 Jabberwock, I have 2 Wraths, and we call those R's. So then whatever's on the bottom, I need to now, so 1 Jabberwock for 2 Wraths, right? I need to now put Wraths up here. Okay, and I need to ask myself, okay, what do I know about Wraths? And my goal is to get all the way to this Frumious Bandersnatches, because that's what they said. They said how many Jabberwocks there are if you have 5 Frumious Bandersnatches. So we'll get there. But first now I have to ask, what do I know about Wraths? Well, it says here there are 200 more Wraths in each Borogrove. So I have 200 Wraths per 1 Borogrove. And I just made that Borogrove be a B. All right, so I'm referring over to my little notations here. So if I got Borogroves on the bottom, that means I need to have Borogroves on top. So once again now, what do I know about Borogroves? Let's look through here. Let's see, there are 5 Slithy Toves in 2 Borogroves. Okay, so for every 2 Borogroves, there are 5 Slithy Toves, which I call those STs. All right, I got STs on the bottom, so I got to have STs on top. And I'm kind of running out of space here. Let's bring it down here. So, what do I know about STs or slithly toes? Slithly toes. Let's see. There are 5 slithly toes and 2 board rows. What else do I know about slithly toes? Where else do they mention slithly toes? Here. There are 5 jub verbs per slithly toe. So, 1 slithly toe equals 5 jubs, which I'm going to call those JBs. And so now I need to know about JBs. Okay, what do I know about JBs? Jub birds. Where else do I see jub birds? There are 2 jub birds in 200 tum-tum trees. Okay, so 2 jubs for every 200 tum-tum trees, and for those we said TM. So now I need TM on top. All right, so what do I know about tum-tum trees? There are 20 tum-tum trees in Totally Wood. Okay, 20 tum-tum trees for 1 Totally Wood. So now I need to know about Totally Wood. Okay, Totally Wood. Where's Totally Wood? In each Totally Wood is 1 frumious branch. Haha. In each Tolgi wood, not Totally Wood. In each Tolgi wood is 1 frumious bandersnatch. So 1 Totally Wood is 1 frumious bandersnatch. But remember, they said you have how many? They said you have 5 frumious bandersnatches. So we're almost done. All we've done right now is just line everything up. But we have to add one last step here at the end. And that's that we have how many frumious bandersnatches? Well, we have 5 frumious bandersnatches. Okay, this problem is really ridiculous, but it's actually not hard now that we've set it up. Because now your units are all going to cancel out. Check it out. Your Ross cancel out. What are the B's again? Your Borogros cancel out. Your slithly toes cancel out. Your jub birds cancel out. Your tum-tum cancels out. Your Tolgi wood cancels out. And yeah, even your frumious bandersnatches cancels out. And so here's all you have to do. It's great. It's so beautiful. All you have to do now is multiply all the numbers on top, multiply all the numbers on bottom, and then divide the top by the bottom. And that will be your answer of however many, whatever unit you have left. And J is the only unit we didn't cancel out, right? Everything else canceled out. So that's going to tell us how many Jabberwocks we have for 5 frumious branches. So I'll let you do that part on your own. It's pretty crazy, but you're just going to multiply all these numbers on top, write it down, multiply all these numbers on bottom, write it down, and then do the top product of the top divided by the product of the bottom. Have fun.